If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. Oh, that strain again. It had a dying fall. Oh, it came on my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough! No more! 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before. Go, spirit of love! How quick and fresh art thou that, notwithstanding thy capacity, receiveth as the sea, not enters there, of what validity and pitch soe'er, but falls into abatement and low price, even in a minute. So full of shapes is fancy that it alone is high fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What, Curio?
The hart.
Why, so I do. The noblest that I have. Oh, when mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a hart. And my desires, like fell and cruel hounds, ere since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her hand may do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years' heat, shall not behold her face at ample view. But like a cloistress, she will veiled walk in water once a day her chamber round, with eye offending brine. All this to season a brother's dead love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
She that hath a heart of that fine frame, to pay this debt of love, but to a brother. How will she love, when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones, are all supplied and filled, her sweet perfections with one self-king. Away before me, to sweet beds of flowers. Love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers. Oh, my lady! Swim, my lady!
No, I'm trying!
Hold!
What country friend is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
What should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, my friend?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother! And perchance may he be. Knowest thou this country? Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name.
What's the name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I heard my father name him once. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late. For but a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh in murmur, as you know, what great ones do, the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count that died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who also shortly died. For whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the company and sight of men.
Oh, that I served that lady, and might not be delivered to the world until I had made mine own occasion mellow what my estate is.
That were hard to compass, because she will admit no kind of suit, no, not the Duke's.
There is a fair behavior in thee, Captain. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously.
Aye.
Conceal what I am, and be my aid, for such disguise shall happily become the form of my intent. I'll serve this Duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that'll be very worthy his service. What else mayhap the time will I commit? Only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, then let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
What a plague means my niece! To take the death of a brother thus, I am sure cares an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby must come in earlier nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Why, let her accept before accepted.
But you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots. And they not be, let them hang themselves in their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight you brought in one night here to be her wooer.
Who, Sir Andrew Aguegie?
Aye, he.
He's as tall a man as any's in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but I'll have but a year and all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fie that you'll say so. He plays with the viol de gamboys and speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word, without book.
Ooh.
And he hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed almost natural, for besides that he's a fool, he's a great quarreller. And but that he hath the gift of a coward to allay the gust he hath in quarrelling, 'tis thought among the prudent he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
By this hand, they are scoundrels and subtractors that say so of him. Who are they?
They that add. Moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking health to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there is a passage in my throat, and drink in Illyria. He's a coward and a coistrel that will not drink to my niece. Till his brains turn o' the toe like a parish top.
Sir Toby! Sir Toby!
What wench? Castigliano Volgo, for here comes Sir Andrew Ague face.
Sir Toby Belch! How now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Mwah, mwah. Ah! Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good mistress, accost. I desire a better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good mistress Mary, accost.
Now mistake, knight. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her!
By my troth, I would not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
And thou let part so, Sir Andrew, thou mightst never draw sword again.
And you part so, mistress, I might never draw sword again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Why, sir, I have not you by the hand.
Mary, but you shall have it. Here's my hand.
Now, sir, A thought is free, I pray you. Bring your hand to the buttery bar and let it drink.
Ooh, wherefore, sweetheart, what's your metaphor?
It's dry, sir.
Oh, I think so. I am not such an ass, but I can keep my hand dry. But what's your jest?
A dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
I sorry, I have them in my fingers, and Mary, now I'll let go your hands. I am barren.
Oh, knight, thou lackst a cup of canary. When did I see thee so put down?
Never before in your life, I think, unless you see Canary put me down. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. But I am a great eater of beef, and I do believe that does hard to my wit.
No question.
And I thought that I'd forswear it. All right, home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? Would I had bestowed that time in the tugs as I had in fencing, dancing, and bear baiting. Oh, had I but followed the arts.
Then hadst thou an excellent head of hair.
Oh, why? Would that have mended my hair?
Past question, for thou seest, it will not curl by nature.
But it becomes me well enough, does it not?
Excellent. It hangs like flax on a distaff, and I hope to see a hussif take thee between her legs and spit it off.
Faith, I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, or if she be, it's 4-1 she'll none of me. The Count himself here hard by woos her.
Oh, she'll none of the Count. She'll not match above her degree, neither in estate, years, nor wit. I've heard her swear it. Tut, there's life in't, man.
I'll stay a month longer. I'm a fellow of the strangest mind in the world. I delighted in masks and revels, sometimes altogether.
Art thou good at these kickshaws this night?
As any man in Illyria, whomever he may be, under the decree of my betters, and yet I would not compare with an old man.
What is thy excellence in a galliard, knight?
Faith, I can cut a caper.
And I can cut the mutton too?
And I think I have the back trick simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these things hid, huh? Wherefore have these gifts a curtain before them? Why dost thou not go to church in a galliard and come home in a cornato? I did think by the excellent constitution of thy leg that it was formed under the star of a galliard.
Aye, 'tis strong and does indifferent well in a flame-colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus? That's sides and heart.
No, sir. It is legs and thighs. Let's see the caper, huh? Hiya! Excellent!
If the Duke continue these favors towards you, Cesario, you're like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor or my negligence that you call in question the continuance of his love. Tell me, is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Oh, here comes the Count.
Who saw Cesario? Huh?
On your attendance, my lord! Here.
Stand you a while. Aloof, Cesario. Thou knowest no less but all. I have enclasped to thee the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow, as it is spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous and leap all civil bounds rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh. Then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It shall become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth than in a nuncio's of more grave aspect.
I think it not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they shall yet belie thy happy years. That say, thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all is semblative woman's part. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. Some 4 or 5 attend him, all, if you will, for I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I shall do my best to woo your lady. Yet a barful strife, whoever I woo, myself would be his wife. Oh! Nay! Either tell me where thou hast been, or I will not open my lips so wide as a bristle may enter in way of thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs fear no colors.
Make that good.
He shall see none to fear.
A good Lenten answer. I can tell thee where that saying was born of I fear no colors.
Where, good Mistress Mary?
In the wars, and that may you be so bold to say in your foolery.
Well, God give them wisdom that have it, and those that are fools, let them use their talents.
Yet you'll be hanged for being so long absent, or to be turned away is that not as good as a hanging to you?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage, and as for turning away, let summer bear it out.
No peace, you rogue, no more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely, you are best.
Oh, wit and be thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that say they have thee do very oft prove fools, and I that am sure I lack thee may pass for a wise man. For what says Quinopolus? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Do you hear not, fellows? Take away the lady.
Go to, you're a dry fool. I'll know more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. Forgive the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself. If he mend, he is no longer dishonest, and if not, let the botcher mend him. Anything that's mended is but patched. Virtue that transgresses is but patched with sin. Sin that amends is but patched with virtue. If that this simple syllogism will serve, so. If it will not, what remedy? As there be no true cuckold but calamity, so beauty's a flower. The lady bade take away the fool. Therefore I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bade him take away you.
Misprison in the highest degree. Lady, cutulis non facit monachum. That's so much to say as I wear not motley in my brain. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
I must catechize you for it, Madonna. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me.
Well, sir, for want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Madonna, why mournest thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, Madonna, to mourn your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen.
What think thou of the fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do till the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity for the better increasing your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but he will not pass his word for 2 pence that you are no fool.
How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brain than a stone. Look you now, he's out of his guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he is gagged. I protest. I take these wise men that crow so at these set kind of fools no better than the fools' zanies.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and a free disposition is to take those things for bird bolts which you deem to be cannon bullets. There is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor is there any railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Now, Mercury endue thee with leasing, for thou speakst well of fools.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
Oh, from the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, but 'tis a fair young man and well attended.
Whom of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick. Or not at home, what you will, to dismiss it. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old, and people dislike it.
Oh, thou hast spoke for us, Madonna, as if thy eldest son should be a fool, whose skull Jove cram with brains for... Here he comes, one of thy kin as a most weak Pia Mater.
By mine honor, half drunk, what is yet the gate? Cousin! Cousin!
A gentleman.
A gentleman, what gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman here. Plague these pickled herring. Oh no, so good, Sir Toby!
Cousin! How have you come so early upon this lethargy?
Lechery! I defy lechery! There's one at the gate.
I marry, what is he? Ah!
Let him be the devil and he will. I cannot give me faith, say I. Well, it's all one.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. One draught above heat makes him a fool. The second mads him, and the third drowns him.
Go you and fetch the crowner, have him sit on my cuz. I think he's in the 3rd degree of drink. He's drowned. Go, look after him.
He is but mad yet, Madonna, but the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam! Oh, madam! Oh, yond young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so, and he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post, and be the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
Oh, a very ill manner. He'll speak with you. Will you or no?
Of what personage in years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. As a squash is before, 'tis a peas cod, or a codling when 'tis almost an apple. It is with him in standing water between boy and man. Oh, he is very well favored. And he speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewomen.
Gentlewomen, my lady calls.
Come, give me my veil, throw it over my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
My lady was...
Fie!
Quickly.
The honorable... The honorable lady of the house! Which is she?
Speak to me, I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty! I pray you, tell me which of you be the lady of the house, for I never saw her face. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides it being excellently well penned, I've taken great pains to con it. Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn. I am very comfortable, even to the least sinister of usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say a little more that I've studied, and that question is out of my part. Good gentle one, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house, so that I may proceed on in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart. And yet by the very things of malice I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain if you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But for my commission I shall go on in my speech in your praise and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I've taken great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
'Tis the more like to be feigned. I pray you, keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates and allowed your approach to wonder at you rather than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not that time of moon with me to make in so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist your sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good slobber, I'm to hold here a little longer. Some mollifications for your giant sweet lady. Tell me your mind. I am a messenger.
Sure, you have some hideous matter to deliver, when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as fun of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned for my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Wherein lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
Oh, in his bosom! In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam. Let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was this present. 'Tis not well done.
Excellently done. If God did all.
'Tis ingrained, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you will lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out divers schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried, each particle and utensil labeled to my will, as item 2 lips indifferent red, item 2 gray eyes with lids to them, item 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see you what you are. You are too proud. But if you are the devil, you are fair. Oh, my lord and master loves you. Such love could be but recompensed, though you were crowned with an on-peril of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him, though I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, and in dimension and the great shape of nature, a gracious person. And yet, I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of your contemned love, and sing them loud even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberant hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love makes its heart a flint that you shall love, and let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Oh, thy face, thy tongue, thy limbs, action and spirit do give thee a fivefold blazon. Not so fast. Soft, soft. Oh, unless the master were the man. How now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind. Would I or not tell him all none of it? Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with high hopes. I am not for him. Would that the youth come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reason for it. Hi thee, Malvolio!
Madam, I will.
I know not what, but fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Oh! Rodrigo! Prithee! Will you stay no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave of you your leave, that I may bear my evils alone.
But
it were a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know of you whither you are bound.
No, sooth, sir, my determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. You must know of me this, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, which I called Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Mezzalina, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. The heavens had been pleased, would we had so ended, but you, sir, altered that. For some hour or so before you pulled me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas, the day!
A lady, sir, though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful, though I could not with such estimable wonder over far believe that. Yet, thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She is drowned already, sir, with salt water, but I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir. Your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Therefore, fare thee well at once. I am bound for the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The grace of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else I would very shortly see thee there. Oh, but come what may, I do adore thee so. The danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Sir! Sir! Were not you even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace, I have since arrived but hither.
Oh, she returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into a desperate assurance she will none of him. And one thing more, that you never be so hearty to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me. Oh, none of it.
Come, sir. You peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her.
Fie.
What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outsides have not charmed her. She did make good view of me indeed. So much so, methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak and starts distractedly. She loves me! The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring, why he sent her none! I am the man. If it be so as 'tis, poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise, I see, thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy it is for the proper false of women's waxen hearts to set their forms. Alas, our frailties to cause, not we. For such as we are made of, such we be. How will this badge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him. And she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas the day. What thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew! To be up after midnight is to be up betimes, and diliculo sugere, as thou knowst.
Nay, by troth, I know not, but I know. To be up late is to be up late.
Ah. A false conclusion! I hate it as an unfilled can. Oh. To be up after midnight and to go to bed then is early, so that to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. Does not our life consist of the four elements?
So they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar! Let us therefore eat and drink. Marion, I say, a stoup of wine!
Here comes the fool in face!
Now, my hearts, did you never see the picture of we three?
Welcome, ass. Now, let's have a catch. Come, here's sixpence of me. Let's have a song.
There's a testral of me too. If one I give.
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
A love song?
Ooh.
A love song.
I care not for good life.
Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming. That can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting. Journey's end in lovers' meeting. Every wise man's son doth know.
A voice, as I am a true knight.
The contagious breath,
Very sweet and contagious in faith.
to hear by the nose it is dulcet in contagion. But we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch that will draw 3 souls out of 1 weaver? Shall we do that?
And you love me? Let's do it. I'm a dog at the catch.
By your lady, sir, and some dogs will catch well.
Most certain. Let our catch be thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave knight. I shall be constrained to call thee knave knight.
'Tis not the first time I have constrained one to call me knave. Begin, fool. It begins. Hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Good and faith. Come, begin.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, thou knave. Hold thy peace, thou knave. Hold thy peace, thou knave.
What the
Hold thy peace, hold thy peace, thou knave.
Here! If my lady have not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you outdoors, never trust me!
My lady's a Catanian. We're politicians. Malvolio's a Pegger Ramsey. And 3 merry men be we. Am I not consanguineous? Am I not of her blood? Tilly Valley lady. There dwelt a man in Babylon, lady.
Beshrew me, the knight's an admirable fool.
He does well enough if he be disposed. So do I too. He does it with a better grace, but I do it more natural.
On the 12th day of December!
My masters! Are you mad? Or what are you? Have ye no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do ye make an alehouse of my lady's house, that ye squeak out your cosers' catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect of place, persons, nor time in you?
We did keep time, sir. In our catches. Snack up!
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that, though she harbors you as her kinsman, she is nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear hearts and time as needs be.
His days are almost done.
It's even so.
But I will never die.
Sir Toby, there you lie.
This is what shall I do you?
Want it if you do.
Shall I make him go and spend not?
Oh, no, you dare.
Out of tune, sir, ye lie. Art thou any more a steward? Dost thou think that because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale?
I and ginger shall be hot to the mouth, too.
Thou art in the right. Come, sir. Rub thy chain with crumbs, Marion, a stoup of wine.
Mistress Mary, if you prized my lady's favor at anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Go shake your ears!
'Twere good indeed as to drink when a man's a-hungry, to challenge him in the field, than to break promise with him and make a fool of him.
Do't, knight. I'll write thee a challenge, or I'll deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the council is today with thy lady, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into an air to make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possessors, tell us something of him.
Oh, marry, sir, sometimes he is a kind of Puritan.
Oh, and I thought that I'd beat him like a dog.
What, for being a Puritan, thy exquisite reason, dear knight?
I have no exquisite reason for it. but I have reason good enough.
The devil a Puritan that he is, or anything constantly but a time pleaser. An affectioned ass, that con state without book, and as if at great swords. The best persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks with excellencies, that it is his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him. And on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein by the color of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the expression of his eye, forehead, and complexion, he will find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very much like my lady or niece. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent! I smell a device!
I have it in my nose too.
He shall think by the letters that thou wilt drop that they come from my niece, and that she's in love with him!
This is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse would not make him an ass.
Ass, I doubt not.
Oh, don't be admirable.
Sport Royal, I warrant you, I know my physic will work with him. I will plant you two and let the fool make a third. We shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea!
Before me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle, true bred, and one that adores me. What of that?
I was adored once too.
Come, let's to bed night. Thou hadst need send for money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I'm a foul way out.
Send for money. If thou hast not to the end, then call me cut.
If I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come. I'll go burn some sack. It's too late to go to bed now. Come, night. Come, night.
Give me some music now. Good morrow, friend. Oh, no, good Cesario. But that piece of song, that old and antique song we had last night, methought it did relieve my passion much more than light airs and recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come, but one verse.
He is not here, so please, your lordship, that should sing it.
Who was it?
Festi the jester, my lord, a fool that the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Seek him out, and play the tune the while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstayed and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon, young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favor that it loves. Hath it not, boy?
A little, by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion.
No, she's not worthy then. She's not worthy then. What years, i'faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven. Let's still. the woman take an elder than herself. So wears she to him, so sways she level in her husband's heart. For, boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than women's are.
Think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affection cannot hold the bed. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are, alas, they are so, to die, even when they to perfection grow.
Fellow, come! The song we had last night.
Are you ready, sir?
I prithee sing.
Come away, death, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath, I am slain by a fair, cruel maid. My shroud of white, stuck all with you, oh prepare it. My part of death, no one so true did share it. Not a flower sweet on my black coffin let there be strewn. Not a friend, greet my poor corpse where my bones shall be thrown. 1,000 sighs to save lay me, oh where sad true lover never find my grave to weep there.
That's for thy pains.
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Truly, sir. And pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now may the melancholy god protect thee, and the tailor make thy doublet of changeable taffeta, for thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything and their intent everywhere, for that's it that always makes a good voyage of napping. Farewell.
Once more, Cesario. Get thee to yond same sovereign cruelty. Tell her, my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands. The parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her, tell her, I hold as giddily as fortune. But 'tis that miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks her in, attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir?
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love a great pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth gives my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion of the liver, but the palate, that suffer surfeit, cloyment, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between that love a woman can bear me, and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe.
Huh?
In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter loved a man. Perhaps, if I were a woman, I should, your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but like concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask cheek.
Ooh.
She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but when it comes to our shows, we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste, give her this jewel. Say, my love can give no place, bide no denay.
Come that way, Signor Fabian.
And may I'll come. If I should lose a scruple of the sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have the miserly, rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
I would exult, man. You know he brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here.
And to anger him, we'll have the bear again. And we'll fool him black and blue, shall we not, Sir Andrew?
We do not. It is pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain! How now, my metal of India!
Get ye all three into the box tree! Malvolio's coming down this one. Lie thou there, for here comes a trout that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near that, should she fancy, it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Overweening rogue!
Oh, peace! Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. How he jets under his advanced plumes.
Why, that could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say!
To be Count Malvolio.
Ah, rogue!
Pistol it, pistol it!
Peace, peace!
There is example for it. The lady of the Strachey married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fight him, Jezebel!
Oh, peace! Now he is deeply in. Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state,
Oh, for a stone bolt to hit him in the eye!
calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a day, bed, where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone!
Oh, peace, peace!
And then to have the humor of state, and after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place as I would they should do theirs, to for my kinsman, Toby.
Bolts and shackles!
Oh, peace, peace, peace! Now!
7 of my people, with an obedient start, make out for him. I frown the while, and perchance wind up watch or play with my some rich jewel. Toby approaches, courtesies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
Though our silence be drawn from us with cars, yet peace!
I extend my hand to him, thus quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control.
And does not Toby take you a blow with the lips then?
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your niece, give me this prerogative of speech.
What? What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
Aye! Patience, or we break the sinews of our plot!
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
Oh, that's me, weren't you?
One Sir Andrew.
I knew it was I. For a minute you called me fool.
What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin!
Oh, peace! And the spirit of humor intimate, reading aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's. And thus makes she her great P's. It is in contempt of question her hand.
Her C's, her U's, and her T's? Why that?
to the unknown beloved. This and my good wishes, her very phrases. By your leave, wax, soft, and the impressure of her Lucrece, with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady. To whom should this be?
This wins him, liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move. No man must know. No man must know. Oh, what follows? The numbers altered. No man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio?
Marry, hang thee, Brock!
I may command where I adore, but silence, like a Lucrece knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
A Fuchsian riddle.
Excellent one, say I.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see.
Oh, what does your poison? Has she dressed him?
And with what wing the Staniel checks it?
I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me. I serve her. She is my lady. Why, this is evident to any formal capacity. There is no obstruction in this. And the end. What should that alphabetical position portend? Oh, if I could make that resemble something in me, softly. M-O-A-I.
I make up that he is now at a cold sense.
Souter will cry upon it for all this, though it be as rank as a fox.
Malvolio. M. Why, that begins my name. M. But then there is no consonancy in the sequel. That suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does, and then I comes behind. M-O-A-I. This simulation is not as the former. And yet, to crush this a little, it would bow to me, for every one of these letters are in my name. Soft! Here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands, let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say, remember, go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point devise, the very man. Oh, I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered. And in this, she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my stars. I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings, and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. Oh, here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose, but know who I am. 'Tis my lady, lady. If thou enter, if thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well, therefore in my presence still smile, my dear sweet, I prithee. Smiling. No. Oh, Jove, I thank thee. Oh, I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
I would not give my part of the sport for a pension of thousands to be paid from the Sophie.
I could marry this wench for this device.
So can I too.
And ask no other dowry with her but such another jest.
Nor I neither.
Why? Thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leave him, he must run mad.
Nay, but say true doesn't work upon him.
Like aqua vitae with the midwife.
If you will then see the fruits of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a color she abhors! and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests! and he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt! If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit!
I'll make one too. Oh, my friends.
Save thee, friend, in thy music? Dost thou live by thy strings?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Oh, art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church in that I live at my house, and my house doth land by the church.
Ah, art not thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, sir. The Lady Olivia hath no folly. She will keep no fool, sir, till she be married, and fools are as like husbands as pilchards are to herrings. The husband's the bigger. No, indeed, I am not her fool, sir, but her corrupter of words.
Ah, I think I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, does shine about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but the fool should be seen as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Then thou pass upon me. I'll no more with thee. Oh, hold. There's expenses for thee.
Now Jove and his next commodity of hair send thee a beard.
By my troth, I'll tell thee, I am almost sick for one, though I would not have it grow upon my chin. Is the lady within?
Would not a pair of these have bread, sir?
Ah, yes, being kept together and put to use.
I would play a Lord Pandarus of Phrygia, sir, to bring a Cressida to this Troilus.
I do understand you, sir. 'Tis well begged.
The matter, I hope, is not great, sir. Begging but a beggar. Cressida was a beggar. My lady is within, sir. I will conster to them whence you come, what you are, and what you would are out of my welkin. I would say element, but the word is overworn.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool. Oh, and you, sir.
Oh. Dieu vous garde, monsieur.
Vous aussi, votre serviteur.
I hope, sir, you are. And I am yours.
Will you come to the house, sir? My niece is desirous you should enter, if your trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she's the list of my voyage.
Take your legs, sir. Put them in motion.
My legs would better understand me, sir, than I would understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean to go, sir.
Oh.
To enter.
Oh, then I will answer you with gated entrance. But we are prevented. Excellently accomplished! The heavens rain odors on you!
That youth's a rare courtier. Rain odors well.
My matter hath no voice, except your very own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Odors? Pregnant? Vouchsafed? I'll get 'em all three already.
Let the garden door be shut and leave me to my hearing.
Sir Toby.
Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment. Your servant to the Count Orsino, youth.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him, I think not on him, for his thoughts were blanks rather than to be filled with me.
Madam, I come here to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
I pray you, I bade you never speak again of him. But would you undertake another suit? I'd rather to hear you solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady.
Give me leave, I beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did here, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you. Under your hard construction must I sit, to force that on you in a shameful cunning, which you knew none of yours. What might you think? Have you not set mine honor at the stake and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? To one of your receiving enough is shown. A cypress, not a bosom, hideth my heart. So let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
No, not a grace. 'Tis a vulgar proof that we very oft pity enemies.
Oh, why then, methinks 'tis time to smile again. Oh, world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one should be a prey, how much better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Be not afraid, good youth, I will not have you. And yet, when wit and youth is come to harvest, your wife is like to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho! Grace and good disposition attends your ladyship. You'll nothing, madam, to my lord by me?
Stay, I prithee. Tell me what thou thinkest of me.
That you do think you are not what you are?
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right, I am not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better than madam, if I am? I wish it might, for now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. A murderous guilt shows not itself more soon than love that may seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee, so that longer all thy pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this clause, for thou that I will, thou therefore hast no cause, but rather reason thus with reason fetter. Love sought is good, but given unsought better. Oh.
By my innocence, I swear, and by my youth, I I have but one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that is no woman has, nor never none shall be mistress of it, save I alone. And so, adieu, good madam. Never more to my master's tears to you will I deplore.
Yet come again, for thou perhaps mayst move that heart, which now abhors, to like his love.
Not a jot longer!
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the Count's serving man than she ever bestowed upon me. I saw at the orchard.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of love in her towards you.
Sly, will you make an ass of me?
Oh, I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
And they have been grand jurymen since before Noah was a sailor.
She did show favor to the youth in your sight, only to, exasperate you. To awaken your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should then have accosted her. And, with some excellent jest fire new from the mint, you should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was balked.
Huh?
The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off, and you are now sailed into the north of my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard, unless you do redeem yourself by some laudable attempt either of valor or policy.
Ain't be any way. It must be with valor, for policy I hate. I'd as lief be a browness as a politician.
Why then, build me thy fortunes upon the basis of valor. Challenge me, the Count's youth, to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note. And assure thyself there is no love broker in the world can more prevail in man's commendation with woman than report of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go! Write it in a martial hand. Be cursed and brief. It is no matter how eloquent, so it be witty and fun of invention. Taunt him with the license of ink. Let there be gall enough in thy ink, though thou write with a goose pen. No matter. About it.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call thee at the cubiculo. Go.
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
I have been dear to him, lad, some 2,000 strong or so.
And we shall have a rare letter from him then. But you'll not deliver it.
Never trust me then. And by all means, stir upon the youth to an answer. I think oxen and wain ropes cannot hail them together. For Andrew, if he were opened and you find as much blood in his liver as will clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
And as opposite the youth bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
Look where comes the youngest wren of 9.
If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Yond gold Malvolio is turned heathen, a very renegado, for there is no Christian that means to be saved by believing rightly can ever believe such impossible passages of grousness. He's in yellow stockings!
And cross-gartered.
Most villainously, like a pennant that keeps the school of the church, he does obey every point of the letter that I dropped to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines than is in the new map with the augmentation of the Indies. I've never seen such a thing as 'tis. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him. If she do, he'll smile and take for great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
Oh!
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I'll no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than filed steel, did spur me forth. And not all love to see you, though so much as might have drawn one to a longer voyage, but jealousy, what might befall your travel, being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. Oh, my willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear, set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, no other answer can I make but thanks.
Oh.
And thanks, and ever. Oft good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay, but were my worth, as is my conscience firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Oh, tomorrow, sir. Let's first go see your lodging.
I am not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you'd pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Oh? Once, in a sea fight against the Count, his galleys, I did some service of such note indeed, that were I taken here, it would scarce be answered.
Belike you slew a great number of his people.
The offense is not of such a bloody nature, albeit the quality of the time and quarrel might well have given us bloody argument, which, if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir, here's my purse. In the south suburbs, at the Elephant is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet, whilst you beguile the time and feed your knowledge with viewing of the town. And there, you shall have me.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent for him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? For youth is more often bought than begged or borrowed. Oh, I speak too loud. Where's Malvolio? He is sad and civil, and suits well for a servant of my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He is sure possessed, madam.
Oh, why? What's the matter? Does he rave?
Oh, no, madam, he does nothing but smile.
Oh.
Your ladyship had best have some guard about you if you come, for sure the man's tainted in wit.
Bring him hither. Oh, I am as mad as he, if sad and merry madness equal be. Oh, what ho, Malvolio?
Sweet lady, ho, ho.
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady? I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering. But what of that? If it please the eye of one, it is with me as the very true sonnet is. Please one and please all.
How dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It did fall to his hands, and commands shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Aye, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee.
God comfort thee! Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hands so oft?
How do you, Malvolio?
At your request. Yes, nightingales answer daws.
Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great.
Huh?
Some achieve greatness.
What sayest thou?
And some have greatness thrust upon them.
Restore thee!
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings.
Thy yellow stockings!
And wish to see thee cross-gartered.
Cross-gartered!
Oh, go to! Thou art made, if thou desirest to be so.
Am I made?
If not, let me see thee a servant still.
This is very midsummer madness!
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino's has returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Mariah. Let this fellow be looked to.
Aye.
Where's my Sir Toby? Have some of my people have a special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for the half of my dowry.
Oh, ho! Do you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose that I may appear stubborn to him, for she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble slough, says she. Be opposite with the kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang with arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. And consequently, sets down the manner how? As a sad face, a reverend carriage, a slow tongue, in the habit of some sir of note, and so forth. Oh, I have limed her. But it is Jove's doing, and Jove make me thankful. And when she went away now, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow, not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Why, everything adheres together, that no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous or unsafe circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can be can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. Oh, well, Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is he? In the name of sanctity, if all the devils of hell be drawn in little, and Legion himself possessed him, yet I'll speak to him.
Here he is! Here he is! How is it with you, sir? How is it with you, man?
Go off! I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off.
Lo, how all the fiends speak within him! Did not I tell you? Good Sir Toby, my lady prays you have a care of him.
Aha! Does she so?
Go to! Peace, peace! We must deal gently with him. Let me alone. Why, how now, Malvolio? How is't with you?
Well,
Man! Defy the devil! Consider he's an enemy to mankind!
do you know what you say?
Lie you, and you speak ill of the devil, how he takes it in heart. Pray God he be not bewitched.
Carry his water to the wise woman!
Marry, and it shall be done tomorrow morning, my lady. My lady will not lose him for more than I'll say.
How now, my mistress?
Pity hold my peace! This is not the way! Do you not see you move him? Let me alone with him.
No way but gentleness. Gently, gently. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
Why? How now, my buckcock? How dost thou, Chuck?
Sir!
Pity, come with me! What, man? 'Tis not for gravity to play at terry pit with Satan! Hang him, foul collier!
Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby. Get him to pray!
My prayers, minx!
He will not hear of godliness.
Go! Hang yourselves all! You are idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
It's possible!
If it were played upon a stage now, I could condemn it as an improbable fiction.
His very genius hath taken the infection of the device.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take air and take.
Why, we shall make him mad indeed.
The house will be the quieter.
Come. We'll have him in a dark room and bound. We may carry it thus, for our pleasure and his penance, till our very pastime, tired out of breath, prompt us to have mercy on him.
Sir Toby! Sir Toby!
More matter for a May
Here's the challenge. Read it. Warren, there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Oh, is it so saucy?
It is, I warrant too, but do read.
Give me.
Achoo.
Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Oh, very brief and to an exceeding good sense, Liz.
I will waylay thee going home. What if it be thy chance to kill me?
Good.
Thou killst me like a rogue and a villain.
Still, you keep o' the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope's better, and so look to thyself, thy friend, as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguecheek. If this letter move him not, his legs cannot. I'll gift him.
You may have very fit occasion for it. He is now in some commerce with thy lady, and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew. Scout me for him. Scout me for him at the corner of the orchard like a bum bailey. So soon as ever thou seest him, draw. And as thou drawest, swear horrible. Away.
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
No, I will not deliver this letter. For the behavior of the young gentleman gives him out to be of good capacity and breeding. This letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. He will find it comes from a clodpole. But, sir, I'll deliver his challenge by word of mouth, set upon Aguecheek a notable report of valor, and drive the gentleman, as I know his youth will aptly receive it, into a most hideous opinion of rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so fright them both that they will kill one another by the look, like cockatrices.
Here he comes with your niece. Give them way till he make leave, and then presently after him.
I will meditate the while upon some horrid message for a challenge.
Cesario! Oh, Cesario! Cesario! I have said too much into a heart of stone and laid mine honor too unchary out. There is something in me that reproves my fault, but such a headstrong, potent fault it is that it but mocks reproof.
The same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's grief.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not, it hath no tongue to vex you with. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me that I'll deny? That honor saved may upon asking give?
Nothing but this. Your true love for my master.
How if mine honor may give to him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. Fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, save you.
Thank you, sir.
That defense thou hast, betake thee to it. Of what nature the wrongs are thou hast done him, I know not, but thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter attends thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy tuck, be ere in thy preparation, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I am sure that no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense I've done to any man.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake you to your God. For your opposite hath in him what youth, strength, skill, and fury can furnish man withal.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
He is knight, dubbed with unhatched rapier and uncoppered consideration, but he is a devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3. And his incessant at this moment is so implacable that satisfaction can be none but by pangs of death and sepulchre. Hobnob is his word, give to take.
This is as uncivil as it is strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know of the knight what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Signor Fabian, stay you by this gentleman till my return.
Pray you, sir, do you know this matter?
I know that the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
He is indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite that one could possibly have found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk towards him? I will try to make your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you, sir, for it. I am one that would rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my mettle.
Why, man, he's a very devil. I have never seen such a virago. They say he hath been fencer to the Sophie.
Pox on it. I'll not meddle with him.
Aye, but he will not now be pacified. Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
Huh? Oh, plague on it. I thought he'd been so valiant in cutting and fence. I challenged him. Let him let the matter slip. I'll give him my horse, Great Capulet.
I'll make the motion. Stand here. Make a good show on't. This shall end without the perdition of souls. Mary, I'll ride your horse as well as I ride you. I have his horse to take up the quarrel. I hath persuaded him the youth's a devil.
He is as horribly conceited of him, and pales, and looks pale like a bear were at his heels.
There's no remedy, sir. He will fight with you for his oath's sake. Therefore, draw. In supportance of his vows, he protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give ground if you see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew. There's no remedy. The gentleman will, for his oath's sake, have one bout with you. He cannot by the duello avoid it, but he has promised me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, he will not hurt you. Come on, toot.
Oh, pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you, 'tis against my will.
What are you doing?
Did I get it?
No!
Once more into the breach, dear friend.
Please let me go.
I'm sorry.
Sir Andrew!
Put up thy sword. If this young gentleman have done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
You, sir, why, what are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares yet do more than you have heard him brag to you. He will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, I am for you.
So behold, here come the officers! This is the man! Do thy office! Antonio! I arrest thee at the suit
of Count Orsino.
You do mistaken me, sir.
No, sir. No, Jot. I know your favor well. So now you have no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes of seeking you. There's no remedy, but I shall answer it. What will you do? Now my necessity makes me out to ask you for my purse. It grieves me much more for what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, sir, away.
I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? For the fair kindness you have shown me, I'll lend you something. My having is not much, but I shall make division of my present with you. Here, there's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? It's possible that my deserts can lack persuasion.
I know you not by voice or any feature.
Oh, heavens themselves!
Come, sir, I pray you go.
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved with such sanctity of love. And to his image, which methought did promise most venerable worth, did I devotion.
What's that to us? The time goes by. Away!
But oh, how vile and idle proves this god thou hast. Sebastian, done good feature shame. In nature, there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, but the beauteous evil are empty trunks overflowing by the devil.
The man grows mad. Away with him. Come, sir.
Lead me on. Shut thy trap.
Methinks his words do from such passion flies that he believes himself, so do not I. Prove true imagination, oh, prove true, that I, dear brother, now be taken for you.
Come hither, knight. Come hither, Fabian.
He named Sebastian. I my brother know, yet living in my glass. Even such and so in favor was my brother, and so he went still in his fashion, color, ornament, for him I imitate. Oh, prove, tempests are kind, and salt waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest poultry boy and more a coward than a hare.
A coward. A most devout coward. Religious in it.
Slid-eyed after him again and beat him.
Do! Cuff him soundly, but never draw thy sword.
Then I do not.
Well, come. Let us see the event.
I dare lay any money. 'Twill be nothing yet.
Will you have me believe I am not sent for you?
Go to! Thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Well held out of faith. No, I do not know you, nor I was not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak with her, nor your name is not Master Cesario, nor this is not my nose, neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly. He has heard that word of some great man and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I am afraid this great lubber the world will prove a cockney. I prithee now, ungird thy strangeness and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. There's money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand. These wise men that give fools money may earn themselves a good report after a 14 years' purchase.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you.
Why, there's for thee, and there, and there. Are all the people mad?
How, sir, I'll throw your dagger on the house.
This will I tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your coats for 2 pence.
Come on, sir, hold.
Hey, let him alone. I'll go work another way with him. I'll have an action of battery against him at the bandy law in Illyria, though I struck him first. Yet, it's no matter for that.
Let go thy hand.
Come, sir, I will not let go your hand. Come, my young soldier, put up your iron. Thou art well fleshed. Come on.
I will be free from thee. What wouldst thou now? If thou darest tempt me further, draw thy sword.
What? Nay. Then must I have an ounce or two of this malapert blood from you.
Hold! Toby! I charge thee on thy life hold!
Madam!
Will it ever be thus, ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains and the barbarous caves where manners never
I prithee, gentle friend, let thy wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil and now unjust extent against thy peace. Now, go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby mayst smile. Do not deny, thou shalt not choose but go. Beshrew his soul for me. He has started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or am I mad? Or else this is a dream. Let fancy still my sense and levy steep. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, would thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so and so be.
Nay, I prithee, put on this beard and this gown. Make him believe thou art Sir Topaz the curate. Do it quickly. I'll call Sir Toby the whilst.
Well, I'll put it on, and I'll dissemble myself in't. I would I were the first to dissemble in such a gown. I am not tall enough to become the function well, nor lean enough to be thought a good student, but that's to say, an honest man and a good housekeeper goes as fairly as to say a careful man and a great scholar. The competitors enter. Buenos dias. For, as the old hermit of Prague, who never saw pen and ink, once said very wittily to a niece of King Garbatuk, that is. So I, being Master Parson, am Master Parson. For what is that but that, and is but is.
To him, Sir Topaz.
What ho I say? Peace in this prison!
The knave counterfeits well, a good knave.
Who calls there?
Sir Topaz the curate, come to visit Malvolio the lunatic.
Sir Topaz, good Sir Topaz, go to my lady.
Out hyperbolical fiend! How vexest thou this man? Talk'st thou nothing but of ladies?
Well said, Master Parson.
Sir Topaz, never was man thus wronged. Good Sir Topaz, do not think I am mad. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Fie, thou dishonest Satan! I do use thee in the most modest terms, for I am one of those gentle ones that uses the devil himself with courtesy. Sayest thou that house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topaz.
Why, it hath bay windows transparent as barricadoes, and the clear stories to the south-north are as lustrous as ebony, and yet complainst thou of abstraction.
I am not mad, Sir Topaz. I say to you, this house is dark.
Madman, thou errest, as there be no true darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fog.
I say, this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say, never was man thus abused. Do not think I am mad. I am no more mad than you are. Make the trial of it in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wild fowl?
That the soul of our grandam might haply inhabit a bird.
And what thinkst thou of his opinion?
I think nobly of the soul, and no way approve his opinion.
Fare thee well.
No.
Remain thou still in darkness. Thou shalt hold the opinion of Pythagoras ere I will allow of thy wits, and fear to kill a woodcock, lest thou dispossess the soul of thy grandam. Fare thee well.
Sir Topaz!
Most exquisite Sir Topaz.
Nay, I am for all waters.
Thou mightst have done without thy beard and gown. He sees thee not.
To him in thine own voice, and bring me word how thou find'st him. I would we were well rid of this knavery. If he may be conveniently delivered, I would he were. For I am now in so far offence with my niece that I cannot pursue with any safety this sport to the upshot. Come by and by to my chamber!
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady does.
Fool!
My lady is unkind, per dear.
Fool!
That's why is she so?
Fool, I
she
say!
Loves who calls, huh?
Oh, good fool, as ever thou wilt deserve well at my hand, help me to a candle and pen, ink and paper. Oh, as I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio.
Aye, good fool.
Alas, sir, how fare you besides your 5 wits?
Oh, fool. Never was there a man so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
But as well? Then you must be mad indeed, if you are no better in your wits than a fool.
They have here propertied me, keep me in darkness, send ministers to me, asses, and do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Advise you what you say. The minister is here.
Malvolio, Malvolio, thy wits the heavens restore. Endeavor thyself to sleep and leave thy vain bibble babble.
Sir Topus.
Maintain no words with him, good fellow.
What?
Who, I, sir? Not I, sir. God be with you, good Sir Topus.
Marry, amen.
I will, sir, I will.
Fool, fool, fool,
Alas,
I say!
sir, be patient. What say you, sir? I am shent for speaking to you.
Good fool, help me to some light and some paper. I tell thee I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Well a day that you were, sir.
By this hand I am. Good fool, some ink, paper, and light. Oh, and convey what I will set down to my lady. Oh, it shall advantage thee more than ever the bearing of letter did. Huh?
I will help you to it. But tell me true, are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll ne'er believe a madman till I see his brains! I'll bring you light and paper, ink.
Fool, I'll requite it in the highest degree. I prithee, be gone.
I am gone, sir, and anon, sir. I'll be with you again in a trice, like to the old vice your needs to sustain. Who with the dagger of lath, in his rage and his wrath, cries aha to the devil, like a mad lad, pare thy nails, dad, adieu. Good man, devil.
Oh, this is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it. And though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where is Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant. His counsel now might do me golden service, for though my soul disputes well with my sense that this may be some error, but no madness. Yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other trust but that I am mad. Or else the lady is mad. Yet, if it were so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, take and give back affairs in their dispatch with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something in it that is deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Oh, blame not this well, now go with me to find the holy man into the chantry by, and there, before him and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He will conceal it, whiles you are willing it shall come to note. What time we will our celebration keep according to my birth. What do you say?
I'll follow this good plan and go with you, and having sworn truth, ever shall be true.
Oh, then lead the way, and heaven so shine that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now, as thou lovest me, let me see his letter.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
This is to give a dog, and in recompense desire my dog again.
Belong you to the Lady Olivia, friends?
Aye, sir, we are some of her trappings.
I know thee well. Oh, how dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
The contrary, the better for thy friend.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Well, my foes tell me plainly that I am an ass, so that by my foes, sir, I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends, I am abused. Therefore, if conclusions to be as kisses, if your 4 negatives make your 2 affirmatives, why then, the worse for my friends and the better for my foes.
Why, this is excellent.
By my troth, sir, know, though it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold.
But that it would be double dealing, sir, I would you could make it another.
You give me your counsel.
Put your grace in your pocket, sir, just this once, and let your flesh and blood obey it.
Well, I will be so much a sinner as a double dealer. There's another.
Primo, secundo, tertio is a good play. And as the old saying goes, the third pays for all. The triplex, sir, is a good tripping measure. And the bells of St. Bennet, sir, may put you in mind. 1, 2, 3.
You can pull no more money out of me at this throw. If you will let your lady know that I'm here to speak with her, and bring her along with you, it may awaken my bounty further.
Marry, sir, lullaby to your bounty till I come again.
Oh, there's the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his, I do remember well. A bobbling vessel was he captain of. For channel drought and bulk unprizable, with wits such scatheful grapple did he make with the most noble bottom of our fleet. That very envy and the tongue of loss cried fame and honor on him. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is that Antonio that took the Phoenix and her fraughts from Candy. And this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private brabble did we apprehend him.
He did me a fair kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not 'twas but a distraction.
Notable pirate! Now saltwater thief! What foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies, whom thou, in terms so bloody and so dear, hast made thine enemies?
Orsino! Noble sir! Be pleased that I shake off these names you give to me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate. though I confess, on base and ground enough, Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither, that most ingrateful boy there. From the rude seas and rage and foamy mouth did I redeem, a wrecked past hope he was. His life I gave to him, and did thereto add my love. Without retention or restraint, all his in dedication for his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the danger of this adverse town. Drew to defend when he was beset, where being apprehended his false cunning, not meaning to partake with me in danger, taught him to make me out of his acquaintance and grew a 20 years removed thing while one would wink. Oh. Denied me my own purse, which I recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before, no interim, not a minute's vacancy, both day and night, did we keep company. Oh, 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 cruelty.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me, but more of that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord, but that he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, do not keep promise with me.
Madam!
Gracious Olivia!
What would you say, Cesario, good my lord?
My lord would speak, my duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the same old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ears as howling after music.
Still so cruel?
Still so constant, lord?
What? To perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul, the faithfulest offerings, hath breathed out that ere devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even what it please, my lord, that shall become him.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it, like to the Egyptian thief at point of death, kill what I love. Savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this. Since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, live you, the marble-breasted tyrant, still. But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most yoke and apt and willingly, to do you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love, more than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by any more as I should ever love wife. If I do feign you witnesses above, punish me for the tainting of my love.
I be detested. How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Is it so long? Hast thou forgot thyself? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay.
Husband?
Aye, husband. Can he that deny?
Her husband, sirrah?
Oh, no, my lord, not I.
No, thou dissembling cub. What wilt thou be when time hath cast a grizzle on thy case? Or will not else thy craft so quickly grow that thine own trip shall be thine overthrow? Farewell, and take her. But direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest. Do not swear, hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a surgeon said what presently to Sir Toby.
What's the matter, Sir Andrew?
He has broken my head across and given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. For the love of God, your help. I had rather than 40 pound I were at home.
Oh, who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman, Cesario?
Oh, it's like things here he is. You broke my head for nothing, and that I did, I was sent on to do it by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause. But I bespoke you fair and true, and hurt you not.
If a blow you said nothing, my appointed coxcomb. Here comes Sir Toby halting. You shall hear more. But if he had not been a drink, he would have tickled the other gates that he did.
How now, gentlemen? How's it with you?
That someone has hurt me! And there's the end on't! Sod! Did see Dick Surgeon Sod?
Oh, he's drunk, Sir Toby, an hour gone. His eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
And he's a rogue! And a passy measures penine! I hate a drunken rogue!
Who has made this havoc with him? Away with him!
Help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help? An asshead, then a coxcomb, a knave, a thin-faced knave! Let go!
Away with him!
Sir Toby!
Let his horse look to.
I am sorry, madam, I have hurt your kinsman, but were it brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I do perceive it hath offended you. Oh, pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons. A natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh, my dear Antonio, how the hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee.
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Oh, most wonderful!
Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be that deity in my nature of here and everywhere. I had a sister, whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman? What name? What parentage?
Of Messalene, Sebastian was my father, and such a Sebastian was my brother too. And so he went suited into his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad from the womb which I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I should my tears let fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so had mine.
He died that day when Viola from her birth numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record lives lively in my soul. He finished indeed his mortal act on the day that made my sister 13 years.
If nothing lets to make us happy both, put this my masculine usurped attire. But do not embrace me till each circumstance of time, fortune, and place do cohere and jump that I am Viola.
So comes it, lady, that you have been mistook. But nature to her bias drew in that you would have been contracted to a maid, nor are you therein by my life deceived. You are betrothed to both a maid and a man.
Be not amazed, right noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou never shouldst love woman like to me.
And all those sayings that I will overswear, and all those swearings that I keep as true to my soul, has taught that orbed continent the fire that severs day from night. Oh.
Give me thy hands and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
Madonna, Malvolio doth hold Beelzebub at the stave's end as well as a man in his case may do, has here writ a letter to you. I should have given it to you today morning.
Open it and read it.
Look then to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman. By the Lord, madam!
How now? Art thou mad?
No, madam. I do but read madness, and your ladyship will have it as it ought to be. You must allow vox.
I prithee, read it in thy right wit.
So I do, Madonna, but to read it in his right wits is to read thus. Therefore perpend, my princess, and...
Read it you, sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury, the madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
This savors not of distraction.
See him delivered, Fabian. Bring him hither. So pleased, my lord. These things further thought on to think of me as well as sister as a wife. One day she'll crown the alliance on it here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him so much against the metal of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall from this time be your master's mistress.
Oh, a sister! You are she!
Fie, villain!
Is this the madman?
I, my lord, the same. How now? Malvolio!
Madam, you have done me wrong, notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No!
Lady, you have, pray you, peruse that letter. You must not now deny it is your hand. Or write from it if you can, in hand or phrase, or say 'tis not your seal, nor your invention. You can say none of this. Well, grant it then and tell me, in the modesty of honor, why have you given me such clear lights of favor, bade me come smiling and cross-gartered to you, to put on yellow stockings, and to frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people? And acting this in an obedient hope, why have you suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious geck and gull that e'er invention played on? Tell me why.
Oh, alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. Though I confess 'tis much like in character, but out of the question 'tis Mariah's hand.
Good madam. Hear me speak. Most freely, I confess myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here upon some stubborn and uncourteous acts we had conceived against him. Mariah writ the letter at Sir Toby's great importance, in recompense whereof he hath married her. How with a sportful malice it was followed may rather pluck on laughter than revenge, if that the injuries be justly weighed on both sides past.
Alas, poor fool, how have they baffled thee?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. I was one, sir, in this interlude. One Sir Thomas, sir! But that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad. But do you remember, madam, why laugh you at such a barren rascal? And you smile not, he's gagged. And thus the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and treat him to a peace. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, come, for so you shall be while you are a man. But when in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen. Aww.
When that I was a little tiny boy, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain. A foolish thing's but a toy, and the rain, it raineth every day.
But when I came to man's estate with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, it knaves and thieves that shut their gates for the rain, it raineth every day. But when I came, alas, to life, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, by swaggering could I never thrive, for the rain, it raineth every day. But when I came unto my beds with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, with tops but still had drunken heads for the rain, it raineth every day. A great while ago the world begun, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain. But that's all one, our play is done, for the rain, it raineth every day.
But that's all one, our play is done, and we'll try to please you every